It was a life many envied. Money, power, luxury, all within reach. But what good is wealth if the body that earned it begins to wither away? There came a time when the man who once walked with the strength of an empire found himself bedridden, his energy sapped by a sickness that no doctor, no prescription, could cure. The treatments had failed. His body, which had carried him through endless days of work and ambition, was now betraying him. He had tried everything, yet nothing worked. That was when he heard of Dr. Aurelius, a name whispered among those who had lost hope. Dr. Aurelius was a man known for his wisdom, his ability to heal when the world had given up. He lived in a small, forgotten village far from the city's noise, where people came in search of a cure not found in hospitals or clinics. Desperation drove the man to seek him out. He could no longer bear the feeling of his body turning against him, and so he journeyed to this healer's humble abode, hoping that the impossible might become reality. Upon arrival, Dr. Aurelius didn't greet him with comforting words, but with a look that saw through him, a gaze that seemed to understand his inner turmoil. "You are not dying," Dr. Aurelius said, his voice calm but piercing, like a well-aged truth. The wealthy man stared, confusion flooding his tired eyes. "But I feel as though I am. I've tried everything, every doctor, every treatment. My body, once strong, is now weak. I'm consumed by this illness, this exhaustion. What more can I do?" Dr. Aurelius did not rush to answer. He sat silently for a moment, letting the weight of the words settle in. Then, with a slow, deliberate voice, he spoke. "You have not lived for a long time." The man's confusion deepened. "I don't understand," he whispered. "I've worked for this life, built businesses, gained wealth. Is that not living?" "No," Dr. Aurelius replied, shaking his head. "You have not lived in the way your body, your mind, and your spirit need. You have been feeding yourself with distractions, with excess, with ambition. But the body cannot survive on these alone." The man's mind raced, thoughts swirling. He was wealthier than he had ever dreamed, yet his body betrayed him. There was a gnawing emptiness inside that no amount of success had filled. He listened closely as Dr. Aurelius continued. "There are 3 poisons that have taken hold of you," Dr. Aurelius said, his voice soft but firm. "These poisons have slowly crippled your body, mind, and soul. The first is the illusion of time. You believe that time is something you can control, something that can be pushed aside for later. You told yourself, 'I'll rest when I'm done. I'll eat better tomorrow.' But the body does not wait. It does not forgive. Time is not a luxury. It is a gift, and you have squandered it." The man's face tightened with realization. "I thought I had time. I thought I could always fix it later." "But later never comes," Dr. Aurelius replied. "And now your body is paying the price. The second poison is the noise of the world. You have surrounded yourself with distractions, calls, meetings, endless tasks. But your body, your mind, your spirit, they all need silence. They need peace. You've been living in chaos, and in chaos, there is no healing." The wealthy man took a long, deep breath as if the doctor's words were stirring something inside. He had been constantly on the move, always chasing, always seeking more. He hadn't allowed himself the time to just be. "And the third poison," Dr. Aurelius said, pausing for effect, "is the hunger that never ends. You have filled your life with things, but you've neglected the most important thing, your body. You've been feeding it with food, with drink, with excess, but you've starved your soul. Your body is a temple, but you have ignored it. A temple needs care, not excess." The man felt a sharp pang in his chest, a sense of loss, of regret. He had spent so many years building an empire, and now he saw that he had neglected the one thing that mattered most, his health. His body had become a vessel of ambition, not a sanctuary for well-being. "What should I do?" the man whispered, his voice cracking with emotion. He was no longer the confident, powerful man who had once ruled the boardrooms. He was just a man, broken and vulnerable, seeking guidance. Dr. Aurelius's gaze softened. There are 3 lessons you must learn to heal, to reclaim the life that has been slipping away from you. The first lesson is fasting, Dr. Aurelius said, his voice steady. You must allow your body to rest. You've been feeding it when it wasn't hungry. Fasting gives your body the time it needs to reset, to rebuild itself. It is not starvation, but restoration. Start slowly. Give your body 12 to 16 hours without food and allow it to heal. The wealthy man nodded, listening intently. It was a concept he had never truly considered. He had always eaten whenever he felt like it, never thinking about what his body really needed. The second lesson is sleep, Dr. Aurelius continued. Sleep is the most precious gift you can give your body. You've traded rest for productivity, for more work, but your body needs sleep to repair itself. Between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., your body does its most vital repairs. Sleep is sacred, and you must honor it. The man closed his eyes, feeling the truth of Dr. Aurelius's words. He had sacrificed sleep for years, always working late into the night, pushing himself to the limit. Now he understood how much damage that had caused. And the third lesson is breathing, Dr. Aurelius continued. You breathe shallow and quick, always rushing. But true breathing is deep and slow. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 7, and exhale for 8. This simple practice will calm your mind, reset your nervous system, and bring life back to your body. The wealthy man felt something stir within him, a flicker of hope perhaps. These lessons were simple, but they felt profound. They weren't just about physical actions. They were about a mindset, a return to simplicity, to care, to self-awareness. Thank you, the man whispered, his voice full of emotion. I will begin today. I've spent so many years chasing things that didn't matter. Now, I will chase the things that do. Dr. Aurelius smiled softly. Go now, live, but live fully, live wisely. You have been given a second chance.